guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Scotty Taylor Jr. Success Money Mindset Podcast. I want to share an idea with you today that really has helped a lot of my students when I coach them, when I teach them. Some of the folks inside of the Financial Advisor Academy have shared with me that this is a topic and a concept that they have really found a lot of value with. And the concept is this idea of replace, don't chase. And I learned this from one of my friends who runs a multi-million-dollar online coaching business. And so she and I were chit-chatting about coaching clients and bringing people on and payments and declines. Like we were just having a conversation, and she's British. And so she was sharing, and she basically was like, Scotty, replace, don't chase. I don't chase people, just replace them, find new people. I was like, I'm doing a terrible accent, but that's what she said. And I heard that, and I was like, that is so good. That is so good. This idea of replace, don't chase. And it's funny because at times in my career, I've definitely had that perspective, but when she said it in that way, it really clicked for me. And I know it's clicked for a lot of my students. That has really kind of allowed us as a community of advisors to let go of the need to chase people. So I don't know about you, but when I started in the career, when I started my financial planning business, I was taught that I need to follow up with people consistently, like keep following up with people. So if somebody doesn't answer their phone, you keep calling them every couple of days, and you keep calling and you keep calling and you keep emailing. And if they say no, you still reach out to them in 6 months. Or if they ghost you, you still keep following up with them every couple of days, every couple of weeks. And I understand why they recommend that, right? Because this career of being in insurance or in investments or financial planning, if people had the wherewithal to do planning on their own, then we wouldn't really be needed as a profession. So I understand that us reaching out to people is valuable, and there is value to that. So I'm not gonna say don't do outreaches. I still do outreaches because people need to know who we are, and sometimes the best way of doing that is by reaching out to them. There is, however, a difference between reaching out to somebody and offering to have a conversation or to open the dialogue or offer your services versus consistently chasing somebody for an extended period of time because you need them to move forward so that you can make money. Like that needy energy is inherently very repellent. That is like universal bug spray for humans. Anytime somebody has that needy energy, or that commission breath is sometimes what they say, that pushes people away. I mean, think about if you've ever gone to the gym and you get like one of those free training sessions when you join the gym. You join the gym and you get the free training session and you're like, oh cool, this will be good. And then you get the free training session, and the entire time the personal trainer is like, so do you want to do another session? So do you want to book with me? And you're like, whoa, like coming off a little bit strong here, buddy. Let me think about it. Versus the person who's like, hey, I'm just gonna give you a great opportunity. We're gonna have a great workout. I want you to enjoy yourself. And then if you want to work with me, then great, just let me know. And then they just take that relaxed attitude of like, I know I'm amazing, so if you want to work with me, cool, but I'm not gonna force you to. Think about the difference in those two, and think about how you feel on the recipient side of that. And so that's the perspective that I take with my coaching clients, with people that I talk to, is this idea of replace, don't chase. And this idea of replace, don't chase, what it does is it releases this need to compete. Right? So if I truly believe, which I do, that there are a limitless number of amazing advisors that want to work with me and my team, right? I believe fully that when I work with the right people, so when the right people are drawn to me, I make as much money as I desire, I help all of those people, and it's a mutual win-win beneficial situation. I do not believe that there is a limited number of advisors and that I have to compete with other coaches or with other people that sell prospecting. I don't believe that I need to compete with anybody else out there, because I believe that the right people will be drawn to me. They'll see my content, they'll resonate with the way that I teach, and then they'll want to purchase from me, and it'll be that mutual exchange. And so if I believe that, and which, side note, if you don't believe that, then there's maybe some opportunity for you to clear some funky belief systems, because If you don't believe that there's a limitless number of people that would work with you, or at least enough people that you don't need to force anybody to, then you perhaps have a belief system that is not serving you. So if you believe that, if you believe, yes, I know that there's enough people out there to work with me, I don't need to steal or cheat or lie or coerce anybody, then the alternative, right? So if that's true, then you truly can show up from the perspective of, if I know that there's enough people out there and I know people want to work with me and I know I add value, then I'm gonna do what I know to be good and true and aligned for me. I'm gonna show up in the ways that are courageous, that are pushing me out of my comfort zone, but not to a place of needy or desperate energy. And so to create some distinction there, what that might look like is I'm gonna ask for referrals in every single meeting I have. I maybe don't always want to, but I'm going to, because I know that when I ask for referrals, I'm gonna be serving the people that they refer me. Another example is I'm gonna cold call 50 people a day. I know that I might be uncomfortable doing that, but I'm not gonna force anybody to have a call with me. But when they get on the phone with me and they're like, hey, who is this? I'm like, hey, this is Scotty. I'm a financial advisor. I work with some of your coworkers. I'd love to connect with you. I believe in my core that I'm doing them such a service by having that conversation with me. Like, I'm so sure of myself and so sure of the services I provide that even just having that intro conversation, I know they're gonna get value because I know I have value to give. And so it's not necessarily doing things that make me comfortable all the time. Like, there might be occasions where I do things where I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not violating a boundary by forcing somebody to work with me or trying to manipulate them into working with me. And so this is just something that I see that provides so much freedom from the advisors that I talk to, is adopting this replace, don't chase mindset. And so here's a couple examples. If you currently have met with somebody, so you did a discovery conversation, you did a closed meeting, and you've had 4 more closed meetings. So you keep having closed meetings because they just aren't understanding the recommendations. They have so many questions. They're really skeptical. What would it feel like to just let them go and just cut that cord energetically and move on? How would that feel? Right? If you believe, right, so let's just assume that you will hit your goals. How would it feel to let that person go and work with somebody who is excited to work with you? Like, if that feels like a breath of fresh air, then that is your intuition guiding you in the right direction. So this idea of letting people go that are not truly aligned actually creates more space for us to be working with people that are aligned. It actually makes us happier. We magnetize more people in. The people we work with don't smell any of that commission breath or that needy energy, so they're feeling better. It's a win-win-win-win-win. So you make more money, you're working with better people, and then the people that are leading us along, right? I'll say that maybe they're not doing it intentionally, but perhaps they just enjoy having these like really complex dialogues, asking lots of questions. Like, I can share from my personal experience, I am very open to answering questions, right? Like, I'm very confident in myself. I'm very confident in my abilities as a coach, as a speaker. I have no qualms about answering questions honestly, authentically, and truthfully. However, I'm not gonna sit here and get interrogated by somebody. So if somebody is considering coaching with me and they have question after question after question, they're just like firing them away at me, I'm like, hey, listen, thanks, but no thanks. Like, I'm good. Like, there are plenty of other people out there that wanna work with me that maybe haven't seen me yet. I'm gonna go back to doing things that I enjoy, and I appreciate you, but this is not aligned. We're not meant to work together. And like, what an empowering perspective. Like, it's just such a difference from the way that we're taught, which is work with everybody. Everybody deserves a plan. You are at the mercy of your clients. Like, when do we pick that up, that our clients get to dictate when we meet, where we meet, what we do? Yes, they are in the driver's seat if it's their financial plan and they get to make the final decision. But like, when did we decide that these people get to control us and our time and our business? Like, no, we're taking that back. So my encouragement for you, if you like action items, and I'm a very tangible, tactical person, My action item for you is to go into your dial list. So if you have a list of people that you've been calling or emailing, or if you have people on social media that you've been following up with, my encouragement to you is to clear that out. Be honest with yourself. Look at the people that you've been contacting for a while now, and if they have not responded in 3 months, clear them out. Take it or leave it, right? Decide to do it or not do it. You get to decide. You could say, that feels good to me, that doesn't feel good to me, and you get to act from that place. But my encouragement is to do things that make you uncomfortable, that will push you into a new version of yourself. So if you clear out those people, boom, suddenly you gotta start prospecting again. Suddenly you gotta find new people to talk to. And those people could be the perfect people for you. They could be so excited to work with you, connect with you, and move forward, and just be amazing clients. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share today. You guys, replace, don't chase. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, my friends.